I want to wish everyone a happy new year.
Yes, I wish you a happy new year. Whether it's going to be one or not is a different kettle of fish. But I do. I wish. Um, I've been trying to join in. There's been meditations over there, obviously, if you've seen the news about this alignment, and there's been positivity, being trying to put into the world through different meditational groups and different things. And I think it's going to be something, guys. I keep saying it on this channel, but I think if you stick with truth and love and compassion, we can get through anything. The planet's been through worse. So yeah, I wish you with all my heart and my love a happy new year.
Guys, we're going to show a session. This is from an investigation we did in Mid Wales. Let's just say it's the Heads of the Valleys, because I'm not sure if we were allowed to use the name of the pub. But basically it was a pub investigation that we all did back in 2017, and those of you guys who followed us since that time will remember some of this session. Also, on our channel front page, where we have the video that plays for new subscribers at the moment, because I will be updating that for the new year, but the video that plays for new subscribers at the moment, at the end of that, Richard reads this message out. I've gone back to this message because I felt really drawn to it over the last couple of days, and I've noticed that some of the responses that I originally thought, going back 4 years now, were slightly different and kind of make a lot more sense now, given what everyone has gone through this year, and I feel offer a bit of understanding and a bit of hope for people. And I wanted to use this session as kind of a goodwill message, because it has that validation, it has that kind of vibe to it for me personally, that we are not alone. And what we're going to do, we'll talk about this session as we go through this video. So yeah, literally, guys, this is a message of hope that we had from the Council of 12 that provided validation for us at the time, and I feel can be used now to understand and to have a deeper meaning now than it had originally.
Thank you for that.
As this was being taken, one of the investigators, Rob, was actually taking pictures in the room, and a image of several beings appears in this picture. It's a reflection in the window, and you can see from the video that the reflection simply does not reflect what was in the room. The weird thing is you've all seen this if you've watched Now Debates. It's like the opening shot of the Now Debate.
The thing is with these messages, as we've said before, I mean, they are coming from a place of, like, I don't know if any of you have life coaches or you follow anyone that gives you spiritual development or teaches you about spirituality and meditation and things, but that's always seems to be the current theme of these types of messages. They're always trying to uplift you and tell you of your potential and it's always got that theme of what you're capable of, and it's the same thing with this message. It starts with divine.
Yeah.
I see you, divine. I see you. The people that you are. We have such a potential at the moment. Do some really profound and amazing things with the life we've been given, but you're just always held back. And if you look at things like Big Pharma and the Rothschilds and the stuff they did back in the early 1900s, everything that has been set in place at the minute is to mislead and divide and hold us back from the truth. And this message is the opposite.
What I find really, really good about this is it actually provides a visual validation as well. It provides something actually physically in the room with us that we were looking for at the time. We were looking for that kind of validation. Basically, we were looking for, is this real? Because at that time we didn't know what was happening to us. Everything I've seen this year has brought to bear the divisions within us, the divisions within ourselves, and the divisions within our society, the divisions amongst people. No one's asking or trying to look at each person and saying, why does that person believe what they believe? Where can we find the common ground? And now more than ever, when we're facing a crisis point, we're facing that point where we can't go back, we need to move forward, but we need to sort of create new ways of moving forward, in a sense, that we need to start seeing the beauty in each other and not seeing the blame and not seeing the harm. We need to start looking at one another and embracing one another. And I don't mean physically, although obviously that's a part of it in a sense, but I mean more in a sense of embracing how each of us see the world, finding the good in how each of us see the world. Because there's so much onus and there's so much programming that we concentrate on the bad, but we do so a lot of the time, I feel, unproductively. And it's kind of what that's saying. To me, it's like, yes, it is collectively we need to say enough is enough to all the problems that are happening in the world, but we also need to say it within ourselves, that we're not going to take ourselves, putting ourselves down.
I think there's a lot of naivety in the world. And I talked about this before, like the chocolate bar scenario, where you take for granted how somebody has had to go probably through hell to get you that chocolate bar, and they've probably never even eaten chocolate. And it's the same scenario, I think, on a global scale. We're all so distracted and busy and caught up in the mundane for the garnish of the world that we need. It takes away what is really needed in the world. I think what's happened is greed has suppressed our individuality and has made us more of a collective. And I think, if you look at schools and education, we're taught just enough to get in the workplace. And there's so much of this system that you just don't see. It's like you might have heard about this quarantine, right? That the planet in. You've heard of the firmament that's in the Bible. And it's the water above the earth and the firmament. But basically, it's a barrier. Now, I don't think if I was an outside species, right, who had collectively developed spirituality, and we come together for a common good to survive in the universe, to prosper, and you looked at Earth, genuinely looked at it, you would not want us out there. We kill each other over books that were written long before we ever existed, by people we don't know if they were real or not, and we're governed by people who do some really weird things, and they create wars and they create systems that oppress, and we just get on with it because that's life. Now, that is not the mentality that will prosper in an endless universe. To climb any ladder, you have to climb over someone to get up there, and that's not what our Creator had in mind when we were given life. The message from this council is that everything we do has a consequence. Everything has a consequence. And that sounds like, oh my God, you've got to live like, like walk around like a robot and a statue. It doesn't. It just means being a little bit more thoughtful towards others, then others will be a little bit more thoughtful towards you.
Well, I was thinking of the signal because we are going to do a video about the signal that they found in Alpha Centauri, coming from Alpha Centauri. And I was wondering, is this a physical signal? Is this a physical thing? And then I've started thinking more about the interviews we did with Ben and Laney and the interviews we did with Kent from the Ghost of Karma, Maine. And all of them talk, both of them and others we spoke to, talk about this kind of ringing in the left ear, this kind of this sensing of this frequency, this ringing in the left ear, and it is a sign of, like, whenever something paranormal or spiritual or esoteric or whatever you want to call it actually occurs, this they feel or sense this signal, they sense it. So I wonder whether that is like almost like it has a function, like a wake-up call in some way, shape or form, whether that could be the signal. The last thing I was going to say is, because there's a one in a session just after this where it says the signs will sign from heaven to see all. Well, we've always thought of heavens as being the sky, the space, the planets, because of obviously associated with Council 12. When I realised our session was actually from Jonathan, he's not talking of heaven as in the sky. He's talking as heaven as in the spirit world, the life beyond this one. So the signs will sign from heaven. Well, look at the different synchronicities that people go through. People like Garrick, for example, who came on the show, or John Sparks, both talked about having the 11/11 experience. These are all things we've had ourselves, but other people have said that they have had them. I think Jesse Ann has talked about 11/11 before with regards to it. We had that code in that code video that we did, where a friend sent me a specific code, and when I looked at it, there was a whole sort of ethos of of associated with the Council of 12 surrounding it. So, you know, and as we've done different things on this channel, it's opened doorways gradually. It's weird because you see it kind of on the broader scale. I see it on the microcosmic scale, the more scale as it comes to the person.
If you look, Fight for Love, right? Millions will open, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the signal is ready. Now, I think that's referring to when we are ready. When they get the signal that we are ready and we are at one with each other on the planet, that's the signal. And they bring the signal to us, right? So they bring their teachings to us when we are ready to understand them.
Yeah.
Because at the moment...
Yeah, that works.
That's what it kind of says to me. I think the signal, when the signal is ready, is when we are ready, when we make it. Because that has been, you know, it's been so many points in history when these beings have tried to say, you know, what are you doing? What's this about? And there's so many archetypes that have been given messages from God, angels, beings, spirit, about, and the message is always the same: love. We've built the world devoid of love, and it hasn't worked, and it's cost people lots of lives, and we've had to watch kids dying of illnesses because of big pharmaceutical companies. We've watched people starve. You know, we've watched kids being blown up because men want to blow things up. That's pushed us away from our potential. So it's time for something new. It's almost at the speed of light. I think that's it's a funny term to use, that is.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's just the term, the speed of light, because it governs everything within our universe. I mean, E equals MC squared. It's the theory of relativity. It's, you know, it's like the universal speed limit. If you know, there's a lot of talks about the universe being a projection, the maths coming out about it, about black holes and different things, and it's almost like that was purposefully said. I can't quite put my finger on it. If it comes up, we'll talk about it, but it's just something in there.
Mm-hmm. When I look at all the predictions and things, and we will do a video on some of the predictions that have been made over the last year and what's come true and what's still to come, but I do feel that this 2021, you know, going into this decade, then that we I don't know when officially the decade begins, but the 2020s I think are going to be life changing, and I think they are going to be ultimately they're going to be ultimately positive, because, you know, the goalposts are moved now, and I think, you know, a lot of people are asking more questions, and a lot of people are, you know, starting to just, you know, just take heed a little bit more. And I think that, you know, that message is going to get through a lot more to people in the coming years. And I think that 2021 is going to be a challenging year, but I think there's potential for it to be quite rewarding as well.
If you look at the end of that sentence, they will seem weird and lost, right? The people who wake up. Now, that's a given, right? Because I've got to be honest with you, I felt it and I'm feeling it, right? Mm-hmm. I feel lost. And the only reason I feel lost is because I feel like I'm in a maze of people who are all facing the wrong way. And it is going to be, I don't think anybody's going to come and save us, right? I tell you the truth, because we'll never learn bugger all. and I don't think anybody's going to come down here and fix it for us. I think it's something we have to do for ourselves. The system has to be changed by us, so we understand the value of it, and we can teach the next generation, the future of this planet, what it means and the consequences as if they don't follow that path.
I'm not putting myself down for my self-appearance. You are simply better looking because you are rocking a new t-shirt, my friend. Would you like to show the audience?
We have some merch here for you to check out.
Paranormal now, and on the sleeve you've got your name.
Yeah, I got my name and head investigator on this one.
Nice.
And on the back,
I'm only joking.
On the back, I don't know if you can see, it says, "This is my ghost hunting t-shirt."
Yeah.
Obviously, yes. You can have different logos. We got sayings and different things from the no investigations we did to put on their phrases, quite spiritual and what's the word I'm looking for?
Profound.
Yeah, and philosophy. You know, what's the word? Not philosophy.
Philosophical.
That's the word I was looking for. Philosophical. Yes. Yeah, and we'll have different designs. We'll have different fonts, and yeah, we'll be selling some merch. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Merch. That's it. Now we're big deal YouTubers now. Big deal.
Well, it's not available yet, but we will let you know when it is available. And obviously when the website is up, which will be very soon into the new year because it is almost done, we will be have a section on there, and there's going to be quite a few other announcements coming along with regards to other platforms that we're going to be expanding into, and a whole host of different things that has happened. We're also getting a lot of video requests from you guys, which we will be doing in future. Hi guys, it's Jared from Paranormal Now. I hope you like the channel and hope you like the content. If you do, check out some of the other videos on screen now and click the button below to subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you soon. Take care of yourselves.